Hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Nezepeperempe, and this is Nezeville. Guys, today's video is one of those that we just sit down and talk about some interesting, juicy and trending stuff. So last month, popular Nollywood actress Mercy Aigbe released some very stunning pictures of herself and one dark chocolate middle-aged man. I later got to find out that that man is known as Kazeem Adeoti, and he is a Nigerian movie marketer. Alright, movie marketer, actress, made a lot of sense. As I scrolled through the pictures, I was extremely happy. Happy for Mercy Aigbe. Look, if you know Mercy Aigbe, formerly known as Mercy Aigbe Gentry, and you know the history of her love story, you would have just been as excited as I was. You see, Mercy is a divorcee and a single mother. She has a daughter and a son from two different guys. And in the much publicized divorce saga between her and her former husband, Larry Gentry, she had alleged infidelity as well as all sorts of abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse on the part of her husband. In fact, there were pictures flying all over the internet with her face, her eyes all bruised, swollen and battered, and she had to call off that marriage. So seeing a woman who has been through all of that finally finding love again and giving love a try, giving marriage a chance again, was really exciting for me. But my feeling of excitement and that butterfly in my stomach was very short-lived. It disappeared so quickly when I got to find out that the owner, which is the term she used to refer to her new husband, was actually owned by another woman. In other words, he is a married man. A married man with 4 children who was neither divorced nor separated from his current wife. Then, as expected, the bashing began. She was dragged from left, right, front and center, called all sorts of names, called the husband snatcher, a home wrecker, just name it. She was demolished on the streets of social media. I mean, we had people saying that she married him for money. They were all like, how did she ever think that she was going to build a pillar of joy from the foundation of another woman's tears and sorrow? But let's quickly hear Mercy's response to all these allegations.
Don't see my hard work. I'm not poor. I have assets. My child is abroad. I pay school fees in dollars. I change naira to dollar. And I've been doing this before we started, So I don't know why people came up with that notion that I married because of money. It's not like he's poor, but I'm rich. No, I did not marry him because of his money. I married him because I love him. Because he's my friend. Because he's my best friend. And because he gives me peace. It gives me peace. It makes me happy. I did not marry him because of his money. Now, in this saga, 2 schools of thoughts broke out. The first school of thoughts are people that are anti-Mercy's actions. They say, 1, how can you leave your husband because of infidelity and end up being a second wife to another man? Come on, getting married to a married man was, of course, built on the foundation of adultery or infidelity. No married man will see you on the first day and decide to marry you. Okay, so definitely there was some kind of relationship that eventually climaxed to marriage. Secondly, they lambasted her that how can she destroy the home of another woman who was married to a man for such a long time. The woman grew with the man from the scratch, had 4 children with the man, and now that the man is a bit established, the man has started to enter her eyes. Another reason for the annoyance on the people that are anti-Mercy's part is that how could she, of all the men in the globe, choose to settle with her friend's husband? Now that is on the one part, people that are anti-Mercy. The second school of thought, the people that are pro-Mercy, supporting Mercy, had this to say. First, they say that the man in question is a Muslim, and by his rights in religion, he is entitled to more than 1 wife, even entitled to up to 4 wives. So if he chooses to get married to another wife, he is within his rights as a Muslim man. Secondly, they say that these are 2 consenting adults. Okay, Mercy didn't pull him with a rope or put a gun to his temple and dragged him out of his matrimonial home. These are 2 consenting adults who chose on their own free will and volition to be together. So why spare the man and give Mercy all the bashing? Thirdly, they say that Mercy owes this man's wife no loyalty. Okay, they didn't have any vows together, they were not married. The person that owed the woman loyalty was her husband, and he made his choice. He chose who to give his loyalty to. Mercy does not have any kind of indebtedness of loyalty
to this man's wife. That is what they are saying. But before I go on, I would like you guys to drop your thoughts in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? Are you for or against these two arguments? Do you think that Mercy and her new husband are within their rights to do whatever they want to do? They are two consenting adults. They don't have to give a shit what the public has to say. Or do you think they are wrong getting married, especially when Mercy is friends with his first wife? Now let's go on. Now there have been pictures circulating the internet showing Mercy, her former husband Lanre, this new man, and his former wife in one picture, which insinuated that they had some kind of close friendship, despite Mercy had come out to deny any kind of friendship with her husband's first wife. His wife has come out to break her silence, and in her post she says categorically that her and Mercy were good friends, and she was the one who introduced Mercy to her husband. She invited Mercy for her husband's surprise 40th birthday, introduced them together because she had a natural likeness and love for Mercy, and Mercy betrayed her, stabbed her in the back, and married her husband. Interesting. She didn't just stop at saying that she was the one that introduced Mercy to this new man. She alleged that Mercy has been sleeping with her husband ever since Mercy's last child was just 5 months old. So the relationship has always been a point of problem in her marriage. Women that face infidelity with their husbands, you know what I'm talking about. There's a particular woman's name that is always reoccurring. This woman will not leave your husband. She won't stop chatting. She won't stop texting. There are some women that even lose their minds and they start calling this woman, stay away from my husband. You know, when a man is in some kind of serious amorous relationship with another woman, that woman's name keeps occurring in that marriage, and so is this woman saying Mercy was when that marriage was still existing. She was like, Mercy had always been a pain point in her marriage. Mercy's name had kept on reoccurring in her marriage. Mercy had always been a point of friction, a reason for conflict between her soon-to-be ex-husband and her when that marriage was on. Now, in all of this, what hurts me the most, or what struck me the most, or what I want to be the point, the agenda of our discussion here, is the fact that this woman says that her and Mercy were good friends. So the question is, should you introduce your friends to your husband? Should your friends be friends with your man, your husband, or your boyfriend, or whatever? Should your friends have any kind of cordial relationship with your man? Should your friend have your man's number, and should your man have your friend's number? Should they be in touch? Should they know one another? And generally, should you trust your friend with your man? Big question, and we're going to be tackling that one immediately. Now I'm going to start from the question at the back, the last question. Should you trust your man with your friend? Sister, the answer is no. You shouldn't trust your man with your friend. You shouldn't trust your man with your maid. You shouldn't trust your man with himself. You shouldn't trust yourself. Okay? Human beings are capable of things that they do not even believe that they are capable of. There are some things that we'll do and we'll be asking ourselves, oh my God, did I actually do that? So yes, you can even take yourself by surprise. So if you can take yourself by surprise, why would you entirely trust blindly somebody else that you do not even have any control? You can't even see his thoughts and know what is going on in his head, in his thinking. How can you overtly trust another person? This is not by any chance downplaying the importance of trust in a relationship. Of course, trust is important. It's one of the tires that, you know, make the car moves in a relationship. It is very important. But what I'm saying is trusting without sense, trusting without boundaries, and trusting without discretion. That is what I'm talking about, that it is not advisable. Anybody can do anything. Anybody is a suspect. So in as much as you should accord your man some level of trust, you cannot be the one to create an enabling environment for weeds to grow in your home. You cannot be too carefree, too careless, and too trusting. So trust, but trust with sense. Because trust me, is going to hurt you more when you over trust and you end up taking Daniel and putting inside the lion's mouth and you expect the lion not to chew. So there should be trust, but there should also be a level that trust should go. Secondly, I would say it depends largely on your kind of man. Socrates say, man knoweth thyself. Women also know it their man. Let us not deceive ourselves. We know our husbands. We know our boyfriends. We know the ones that are extremely randy, the ones that are flexy, the ones that are promiscuous, the ones that are womanizers, the ones that are community penises, that cannot use their eyes to see anything in skirts. So if you're already with a man, if you choose to be with a man that is that randy and promiscuous, that would go after your mate, go after your friend, go after your colleagues, go after his colleagues, go after everybody, the level of trust that you should accord that person and the level of openness that you should have with that person when it comes to your friends and acquaintances should be highly checked and limited. But if you have a decent and God-fearing, responsible man, of course nobody is a saint, but if you have a man that on the average has self-control, of course there can be a level to the kind of trust that you can give that kind of person. As I always say, trust is earned. So you cannot be an irresponsible woman or man with a long history of infidelity and philandering, and you expect your wife to just, leave her friends all around you and travel or go out. Do you understand? So trust is earned. That's the second part on that question of whether you should trust your man with your friends. Now, on the other questions, which is, should your man know your friends? Should your man have your friends' contact? Should your man be friends, not close friends, but should your man have a kind of friendship with your friends? My answer is yes. Why not? I believe that any man that you have to constantly hide or shield or protect from other women, from your friends, is not even worth being husband in the first place. That's the truth, because you're going to get tired. How long are you going to keep chasing him? How long are you going to keep shielding him? Where exactly does it stop? How much policing are you going to do? Are you going to follow him to his place of work and guide him and guard him against his own colleagues? Are you going to follow him to the shopping mall to ensure that he doesn't exchange numbers with other women? Are you going to drive with him through town to ensure that he doesn't pick random women and exchange contacts and hook up with them? How much policing and for how long is it going to continue? That to me is the height of insecurity, because you're going to wear yourself out, you're going to drain yourself thin. Because a cheating man is always a cheating man. A philandering man is always a philandering man. An irresponsible man or woman will always remain irresponsible. It is not within your power. It is not within your strength to change such a person. Such change, such resolve to change always comes from within. That person has to be the one to make up his mind to change his ways. It is not by how hard you strive to shield him from knowing your friends. If that man wants to get to your friends, he will still go behind you and get her contacts one way or the other. So the battle is not for the swift. It's not really in your power. I'll tell you a brief story about my friend or colleague that used to work with me at the bank. I'm hoping that someday she would summon up courage to come on my channel to discuss her experience with you. So she was in some kind of supervisory position at the office, and she had some, junior staff working under her subordinates. And would you believe, this woman that was happily married with children, guess who is married to her husband now? One of those junior colleagues. One of her junior colleagues in the office is married to her husband in her home, in the home she built with her husband. So whenever this man comes to the office to pick the wife, and he's waiting in the car for the wife to come out of the office, clear her decks and come out, this man ended up frolicking with the junior staff that's, maybe closed from work earlier and was going home. Can you imagine the height of disrespect, the height of stooping low, of all women to flirt with, of all women to replace your wife with? It had to be her junior colleague in the office. So tell me, in this case, what fault of hers was it? Was she supposed to have told her husband to have packed kilometers away so she can trek from the office to come and meet him, so her colleagues will not see him? As in, what kind of a frustrating relationship is that? Any person that you have to shield or cover so your colleagues and friends will not come close to him, that person is a mess. That person will cause you pain. That person is not even worth being with in the first place. That person belongs to the streets. So let us stop justifying a man's indiscipline. Let us stop justifying people's inaccountability, whether male or female. There are women that sleep with their husband's friends. There are women that sleep with their boyfriend's friends. It is not the man's fault. And vice versa. Any man that starts having eyes for people in your close circle is a dog. And if you choose to make a dog a husband, or you choose to remain with a dog, then you have to be ready to take what comes with being married or being in a relationship with a dog. Because what hurts me, or what is driving me to speak in this fashion, is that some people in the comment section were kind of apportioning some blames to the wife, that, oh, why would you introduce this person to your husband? I don't understand. I mean, at that point, Mercy was married to her husband. The lady was married to her husband. It was like two family friends coming together. I have that practice too. I have friends married, then me and my husband, we go out together, we go and join dates together, we hang out together. So am I supposed to start hiding? Maybe I'll tell the lady, come with only, let your husband come alone, don't come, because I don't want my husband to see her. I don't understand that. Some days back, my husband had a banking challenge and he needed someone at the bank to assist him rectify the problem. Of course, I don't work at the bank anymore, but I have friends that still work at the bank. And he was calling me, oh, what am I supposed to do? Do this, do this. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to send you my friend's number. She works at the bank. Communicate with her directly. Let her put you through. Why do I have to? Okay, because I don't want my husband to meet the lady, so he won't be tempted. I will then take his information, drop the call my colleague, tell her what my husband said, call him back, tell him to do this, then call her back and say he has done this. What next? What bullshit is that? What bullshit is that? Anybody that will make me to do such a thing or pass through that kind of insecurity is not even worth being close to me at all. So I don't think the wife had any blame in what has happened. Those two adults chose to do what they wanted to do, and it is nobody's fault. So for me, there are a few friends. It's not like it's a free for all, like all my friends take my husband's number, my husband take all my friends' number, you know, hang out, gist, do midnight call. No, but I have to be comfortable enough to share one or two of my friends' contacts with my husband, in the sense that maybe if he cannot reach me at the workplace, or if I'm incommunicado, he can call a friend of mine and ask, please, is my wife close to you? And vice versa. I have lots of my husband's friends' numbers on my phone. In fact, when I was working at the bank, I used to go to their office. I used to go to them for business. Why would my husband be scared that I'm going to sleep with his friend? And why would I be scared that my husband is going to sleep with my friend? What sort of marriage, what sort of relationship is that? So my submission, my idea is very simple. Trust, but do not overtrust. Whether I would have to cut off my friends because of I'm married, that would never happen. Never. I see married women that immediately they get married, they cut off all their friends, especially the single ones. They cut off their single friends. They don't invite their friends to their home. They don't want their husbands to even see their friends. Well, maybe because you married a community penis. I don't know the reason for that. But me, I'm not in support of that kind of insecure life. Caution will be applied, but I will not overtly prevent my husband from seeing my friends. That is my own submission, and I would like to know your own thoughts or feedback in the comment section. Share your different thoughts. It doesn't have to align with mine. Variety, they say, is the spice of life. So I want to see all your various thoughts. Let me know if you are team husband and friends, never, or you are like, whatever, I trust my man, it's okay. You can know one or two of my decent and responsible friends. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and also let us know what you think about this present saga going on now with Mercy Aigbe getting married to her friend's husband. If you're new on my channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe icon, hit the notification bell as well. Another button to hit is the like button. Drop your comments in the comment section and stay glued for our next video. It's me, your girl barrister Neze Peperepe, and this is Nezabel. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.